Nivedanadaro Shakiranugatakaro Shivarikaro Diye Karo Nigadasi Dina Krishna Dase Kor He Krishna Murai Radha Govinda Premi Sada Jena Basi Kani Kani Chappa Kani Brahma Kani Kani Cha Kani Kani Parashanti Parishina Padi Padi Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Gaur Hari Bol Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Jaya Tulsi Devi, Jaya Tulsi Devi, Tulsi Devi Jaya Tulsi Devi. Go to Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, go to Hari Bol. Vrindai Tulsi Devi Priyai Kesava Sucha Vishnu Bhakti Paridevi Satyapataya Namo Namaha. Vrindai Tulsi Devi Priyai Kesava Sucha Vishnu Bhakti Paridevi Satyapataya Namo Namaha. Vrindai Tulsi Devi Priyai Kesava Sucha Vishnu Bhakti Paridevi Satyapataya Namo Namaha. Srimati Tulsi Maharani ki traveling.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 Gauranga. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 Gauranga. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Gaura 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 Hari Gaura 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 Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 Gauranga. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Gaura 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 Hari Gaura 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 Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Nitai 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 Gauranga Nitai 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 Gauranga. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Gaura 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 Hari Gaura 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 Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि पतित पावन गौर निताय पतित पावन गौर निताय जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि गौरा गौरा गौर हरि गौरा गौरा गौर हरि जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय जय नित्यानंद राम जय नित्यानंद राम नित्यानंद राम जय एक चक्रधाम जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajakacarya Stottara Siddhasi Shrimad Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajakacarya Stottara Siddhasi Shrimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Natakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Go Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Vrindavan Dham ki, Navadip Dham ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Jagannath Puri Nilachala Dham ki, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Sunna ki, Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Bhagwan ki, Yamuna Mai Ganga Mai ki, Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki, Sankirtan Jagna ki, Transcendental Book Distribution ki, Go Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Guru Shri Gauranga.
Around, let me get from you. Restart. Jai Narashima Sri Narashima Jaya Jaya Narashima. Praladesa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa. Jai Narashima Shri Narashima Jaya Jaya Narashima. Praladesa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa. Jai Narashima Shri Narashima Jaya Jaya Narashima. Praladesa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham. Narashimam Bhishanam Badram Mrityur Mrityam Namamayam. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham. Narashimam Bhishanam Badram Mrityur Mrityam Namamayam. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham. Narashimam Bhishanam Badram Mrityur Mrityam Namamayam. Namaste Narashimhaya. Namaste Narashimhaya. Pralada Lada Daine. Prahlada Lada Daine. Hiranyakashi Purvaksha. Hiranyakashi Purvaksha. Shilatangana Kalaye. Shilatangana Kalaye. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha. Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha. Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha. Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha. Narashimha Madim Sharanam Prapade. Narashimha Madim Sharanam Prapade. Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shimha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Narsimhadev 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 Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, जय नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, जय प्रहलाद महाराज की, जय प्रभुपाद की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. थैंक यू सो मच.
Hare Krishna. We request everyone to please take your seat so that we can get started. Thank you. And can we keep the side conversations outside the temple, please? Can we keep another chair, Prabhu? You can join, Prabhuji. Huh? You sure? Would you like to share something on screen, Prabhuji? Huh? Oh, Parama Karuna, he is showing it? Okay, great. All right, so thank you all so much. We are very, very fortunate to have with us two very wonderful souls here who've come to bless this temple. His Grace Vraj Mohan Prabhu, who is on the Vyasasan right now. He is with the ISKCON deity ministry and he has come from New York. And we have His Grace Namaruchi Prabhu. Can you raise your hand, Prabhuji? Or please stand up for 2 minutes if you don't mind. Please, Prabhu, we want everyone to know you so that in the future when they come across you, they can take advantage of your association. Namaruchi Prabhu is from Kishore Kishori Temple in Chicago. And Prabhuji is from Radha Govinda Dev Temple from New York. Two of Prabhupada's most exalted temples. So that's why I said we are very fortunate to have their association here. And today, His Grace Vraj Mohan Prabhu will be talking about the importance of deity worship in our spiritual lives. And believe me, it's very, very important. So please pay close attention. I'm sure you'll learn a lot. Even if you have deities at home, what you will learn from him will only enhance your service to your deities. All right? Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. So just wanted to appreciate my gratitude for being allowed to come and have the association of all the wonderful devotees here. I was very surprised yesterday when we walked in because I was expecting it to be, smaller center and not so many devotees here, but we come in and there's like 20 people, doing kirtan, and there was a practice session going on and prasadam and, so many, it's actually quite a vibrant community. So I'm very happy to be here. It's a great pleasure and look forward to having more of your association today. And unfortunately tomorrow we have to leave because we have some more service back in our temples. But we'll definitely be in touch regularly as much as possible. And so we'll just get started with the class. First we'll sing Jai Radha Madhava, and then we'll sing a very special bhajan, which I'm sure Prabhuji knows. When Srila Prabhupada came to Atlanta, he actually sang this song, Parama Karuna, in front of the deities in New Panihati Dham, just an hour away. And Prabhupada was so moved by it that he actually couldn't finish the song. He started crying and choked up with tears because he was so moved by the meaning, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, and how they're spreading it here in the city even till this day. So, here we go. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janna Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Parama Karuna Pahudoi Jana Nitai Gaurachandra. Parama Karuna Pahudoi Jana Nitai Gaurachandra. Parama Karuna Shabayavatar Sharshiramani Kebalayananda Kanda. Shabayavatar Sharshiramani Kebalayananda Kanda. Bhaja bhajo bhai Chaitanya Nitai Sudridha Vishwasa Kori. Jai Nitai, Jai Gauri. Bhajo bhajo bhai Chaitanya Nitai सुदृढ़ विश्वास करी विषय छदया शैराशे माजय मुके बोलो हरि हरि विषय छदया शैराशे माजय मुके बोलो हरि हरि देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवने नाय एमना दयालो दात देखो रे भाई त्रिभुवने नाय एमना दयालो दात पशु फाके जुरे शासन वेतारे सुहिनी जान गुण गाता पशु फाके जुरे भाषान वेतारे सुनि चंद्र गुण गात संसारे मजिया रहिली परिया से पदे नाहिलो आश इया रहिली पदिया संसार मजिया रहिली परिया से पदे नाहिलो आश अपना कर्म भुंजाय मन कहे लोचन दास अपना कर्म भुंजाय मन कहे लोचन दास परम करुणा पहुदुई जन निताय गौरचंद्र परम करुणा पहुदुई जन निताय गौरचंद्र जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय निताय गौरा हरे बोल हरे बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरे बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल Shri Nitai Gaur Sundar Bhagwan ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So, for those of us that don't speak Sadhu Bhasha, Bengali, which is basically no one, I think it's beneficial if we can also read the translation of this very beautiful song, because it has such a deep import, especially to the deities that you have worshipped here, who have so kindly descended and come to be the center of all of your lives here in this beautiful congregation. So the two lords, Nitai Gaurachandra, are very merciful. They are the essence of all incarnations. The specific significance of these incarnations is that they introduced a process of chanting and dancing that is simply joyful. My dear brother, I request that you just worship Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda with firm conviction and faith. If one wants to be Krishna conscious by this process, one has to give up his sense engagement. One has to give up his engagement in sense gratification. One simply has to chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, without any motive. Means any material motive. My dear brother, just try and examine this. Within the three worlds, there is no one like Lord Chaitanya or Lord Nityananda. Their merciful qualities are so great that upon hearing them, even birds and beasts cry and stones melt. But Lochan Das regrets that I am entrapped by sense gratification. Since I have no attraction for the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, then Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, is punishing me by not allowing me to be attracted by this movement. So as you can see, this is very moving song coming directly from the heart of one of our acharyas, Lochan Das Thakur. And he's speaking these beautiful qualities of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, that the same Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda that are here directly in their form of the deity. As we understand from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Pratima Shakshad Tumi Brajendra Nandana, that the devotee is actually talking to the deity in this circumstance, and he's saying that he's using the term also Tumi. Any devotees who know Bengali, there's three levels of respect. There's Tui, which you don't say to basically anyone. Tui is like, bacha, it's like for a kid, or to show disrespect on purpose. And for Tumi means equal. It's like among friends. So you say, Tumi kotai javo, where will you go? It's very personal, intimate, there's no formality. And then there's apni. So a lot of times you see apni. But in this verse, the devotee is talking to the deity, and he's saying, Pratima tumi nahi, you're not a deity. But Shakshad Vrajendra Nandana, you're directly the son of Nanda Maharaj Krishna. So this is actually the correct understanding. The deity is not, we have to say deity because we speak, language, and we have to convey these ideas. But in our heart, we really should have that deep understanding that Krishna has descended here, he's personally here, and he's directly the son of Maharaj Nanda, or in this case, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, the son of Sachimata, and Hadai Pandit for Nitai. So if we really have that realization, that conviction, while we're taking darshan, then we'll take full advantage and really not waste time. Directly engage in their service, as we were discussing in the class this morning. So for today's class, I wanted to speak from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 2nd chapter, 42nd verse. There's some very nice and important things discussed in that verse, and also in the purport especially from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He and previous acharyas, or basically the whole purport is just quoting from our previous acharyas. And I wanted to speak something from that, and then also some corollary information from, of course, our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada's instructions. And before starting, I just wanted to seek the blessings of all the senior devotees here, especially Balabhadracharya Prabhu. He's a very senior Vaishnava in our society. So I want to make sure I have the blessings of all the devotees, of course, Shambhihari Prabhu also, and hope something can be beneficial, what we will discover and share today. So is it possible to stream the verse 11:2:47 from Srimad Bhagavatam? Shambhihari Prabhu, what time do we go to with class? 1:45. Oh, I was looking at this. It looked like it said 12, and I was thinking, 1 hour 45-minute class. Wow. Okay. No. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. So before we start, we'll chant our invocation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Archayam eva haraye. Pujam yashradhaye hate. Natad bhakteshu chanyeshu. Sabhakta prakrita smritaha. Archayam eva haraye. Pujam yashradhaye hate. Natad bhakteshu chanyeshu. Sabhakta prakrita smritaha. Would anyone like to chant? Achayameva haraye. Achayameva haraye. Chataye hate. Yeah, please. Yeshu. Ayameva haraye. Word for word. Archayam, deity. Eva, certainly. Haraye, to Lord Hari. Pujam, worship. Ya, who. Shraddhaya, faithfully. Ihate, engages. Na, not. Tat, of Krishna. Bhakteshu, toward the devotees. Cha, and. Anyeshu, toward people in general. Saha, he. Bhakta prakritaha, materialistic devotee. Smritaha is called. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A devotee who faithfully engages in the worship of the deity in the temple, but does not behave properly toward other devotees or people in general, is called the Prakrita Bhakta, a materialistic devotee, and is considered to be in the lowest position. Purport. Acharya comments that one in the lowest devotional service faithfully worships the deity in the temple, but is not aware that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is actually all-pervading. This same mentality can be seen in the Western countries, where people commit all types of sinful activities in their homes and in the street, but then piously go to church and pray to God for mercy. Actually, God is in our home. God is in the street. God is in our office. God is in the forest. God is everywhere, and therefore God should be worshipped everywhere by the process of devotional service, as stated in verse 41 of this chapter. I'll skip the Sanskrit because of time. A devotee should not see anything as being separate from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Ether, fire, air, water, earth, the sun, and other luminaries, all living beings, the directions, trees, and other plants, the rivers and oceans, whatever devotee experiences he should consider to be an expansion of Krishna. Thus, seeing everything that exists within creation as the body of the Supreme Lord Hari, the devotee should offer his sincere respects to the entire expansion of the Lord's body. This is the vision of the Mahabhagavat devotee of the Lord. Srila Madhvacharya states that a Madhyama Adhikari, a devotee in the intermediate stage, sees the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the cause of all causes, and therefore offers his love to the Lord. Such a devotee is a sincere friend of other devotees, is merciful to the ignorant, and avoids the atheists. Nonetheless, tad vasvatam na janati sarvasya jagato pitu. His realization of the all-pervading feature of the Supreme Lord is imperfect. Although he does have a general sense that everyone is ultimately meant to be a devotee of the Supreme Lord, and he tries to use everything in the service of Krishna, aware that everything belongs to the Lord, he may be bewildered by association with atheistic men. Srila Madhvacharya states, Archayam eva sangsitam Vishnum gyadva tad anyatra naiva janati yapuman. A Kanishta Adhikari has no idea that the Supreme Lord has the power to exist outside a church or temple. Furthermore, being puffed up by his own ceremonial worship, Atmano Bhakti Darpataha, a Kanishta Adhikari cannot imagine that anyone is more pious or religious than he, and he is not even aware that other devotees are more advanced. Thus he cannot understand the Madhyama or Uttama standard of devotional service, and sometimes, because of his false pride, he criticizes the more advanced devotees of the Lord, neglects them, or simply has no understanding of their exalted position as preachers or completely self-realized souls. Another symptom of the Kanishta Adhikari is that he is infatuated by the material qualifications of so-called great materialistic persons. Having a bodily concept of life himself, he is attracted by material opulence and thus minimizes the position of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Such a Kanishta Adhikari therefore is disturbed if a second-class devotee criticizes the non-devotees of the Lord. In the name of compassion or kindness, a Kanishta Adhikari approves of the non-devotional activities of such materialistic men. Because the Kanishta Adhikari is ignorant of the higher realms of devotional service and the unlimited transcendental bliss of Krishna consciousness, he sees devotional service merely as the religious aspect of life, but thinks that life has many enjoyable and worthwhile non-devotional aspects. Therefore, he becomes angry when second-class devotees who are experiencing that Krishna is everything criticize the non-devotees. Madhvacharya says that such a person, because of his rudimentary faith in Krishna, is considered a devotee, but his bhaktadhama, a devotee on the lowest standard. If such materialistic devotees follow the rules and regulations of deity worship, they will gradually be elevated to a higher standard and eventually become pure devotees of the Lord, unless they commit offenses against other devotees, in which case their advancement will be checked. Srila Madhvacharya states, Tad bhaktanam upekshakaha kuryor vishnav apidvesham. Those who neglect or show indifference to the devotees of the Lord are to be considered offenders at the lotus feet of Vishnu. Similarly, those who disrespect the demigods will become bereft of devotional service and be forced to rotate again and again within samsara, the cycle of birth and death. Puja devas tata sada. The demigods are always to be offered respect, since they are devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If someone is envious of the demigods, he is to be considered envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Similarly, one who offers sincere respect to the demigods is considered to be respecting the will of the Supreme Lord. A Vaishnava does not foolishly think that there are many gods. He knows that there is one Supreme Personality of Godhead. But, as stated many times in Srimad Bhagavatam, the Lord has a mission within this material world, which is to reform the conditioned living entities through the cruel laws of nature. In the Lord's mission within this world, the demigods are to be considered limbs of the Lord's body. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita 7:20, those whose minds are distorted by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. But there are many examples of devotees who worship the demigods to get benedictions for serving Lord Krishna. The gopis worshipped the demigods to achieve Krishna, and similarly, Rukmini Devi, on the day of her marriage, engaged in such demigod worship, her only goal being Krishna. Even today, the preachers of the Krishna consciousness movement cultivate important people with all kindness and diplomacy, so that such wealthy or influential people will engage their resources in the devotional service of Krishna to glorify Krishna all over the world. Similarly, offering all respects to the demigods so that they will give facility for the devotional service of Krishna is not against the Bhakti Marg, although nowadays such demigod worship has also deteriorated. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended Harinam Sankirtan, chanting the holy names of Krishna, as the only realistic process for this age. Nonetheless, a devotee of the Lord should not misinterpret Bhagavad Gita's instructions against demigod worship as a license to offend the demigods, who are bona fide Vaishnavas. Srila Madhvacharya notes, all the demigods are extremely inimical to one who does not respect Lord Vishnu. Such a person is pushed into the darkest regions by the Lord, as well as by the demigods. From this statement by Srila Madhvacharya, the devotional sentiments of the demigods can be understood. It is stated that in the supreme liberation achieved by an Uttama Adhikari, the most exalted devotee of the Lord, the devotee enjoys transcendental bliss in the direct association of the Supreme Lord and the demigods. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, since a Kanishta Adhikari who cannot properly respect other devotees will certainly fail to offer respects to ordinary living entities who are not even devotees, a Kanishta Adhikari is useless for practical preaching work unless he comes to a higher platform of understanding. Srila Jiva Goswami says, because the Kanishta Adhikari's faith is not actually based on the statements of Vedic literature, he cannot understand the exalted position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead within everyone's heart. Therefore, he cannot actually manifest love of Godhead, nor can he understand the exalted position of the devotees of the Lord. Krishna is so glorious that Krishna's intimate associates must also be glorious. But this is unknown to a Kanishta Adhikari. Similarly, the essential qualification of a Vaishnava, which is to offer all respects to others, is also conspicuous by its absence in a Kanishta Adhikari. If such a person, however, has faith in the Vedic literatures and tries to understand the statements of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, he will gradually be elevated to the second and first class stages of devotional service. Now, this is a very important paragraph we're going to read now. According to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, a Kanishta Adhikari should very seriously engage in regulated worship of the deity. The deity is a particular incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Krishna can present himself before the worshipper in 5 different manifestations, namely, his original form as Krishna, Para, his quadruple expansions, Vyuha, his pastime incarnations, Vaibhava, the super soul, Antaryami, and the deity, Archa. Within the deity form, Archa, is the super soul, who in turn is included within the Lord's pastime forms, Vaibhava. The Supreme Lord's Vaibhava Prakash is an emanation from the Chaturvyuha. This quadruple expansion of the Lord is situated within the Supreme Truth, Vasudev, who himself is situated within the Swayam Prakash Tattva. This Swayam Prakash consists of expansions of the ultimate Swayam Rupa Tattva, the original form of Krishna within Goloka Vrindavan in the spiritual sky. This hierarchy of the expansions of the Supreme Lord in the spiritual world is realized even within the material world in terms of one's eagerness to render service to the Lord. A beginner in the lowest stage of devotional service should try to dedicate all his activities to the satisfaction of the Lord and cultivate the worship of Krishna in the temple. According to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, all the plenary expansions of the Supreme Lord mentioned above descend into this world and enter within the deity, who exhibits the function of the super soul by accompanying the daily life of the Vaishnava. So I'm going to read that one more time because that is so sweet. According to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, all the plenary expansions of the Supreme Lord mentioned above descend into this world and enter within the deity, who exhibits the function of the super soul by accompanying the daily life of the Vaishnava. Although the Vaibhava or pastime expansions of the Lord incarnate at specific times, the super soul and deity forms are constantly available for the spiritual advancement of the devotees in this world. As one comes to the Madhyama Adhikari platform, one is able to understand the expansions of the Supreme Lord, whereas the Kanishta Adhikari's entire knowledge of the Lord is limited to the deity. Nonetheless, Krishna is so kind that to encourage even the lowest class of Vaishnavas, he condenses all of his various forms into the deity, so that by worshipping the deity, the Kanishta Adhikari devotee is worshipping all the forms of the Lord. As the devotee makes advancement, he can understand these forms as they appear in their own way, both within this world and in the spiritual sky. As long as one remains on the third-class platform, one has no transcendental appreciation of the blissful reality of the Supreme Lord's paraphernalia and entourage. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased with King Prataparudra when the king, upon receiving an outer cloth from the Lord, immediately installed it as a deity and began to worship it as being as good as the Lord himself. Lord Shiva himself has stated, Tasmad Parataram Devi Tadhyanam Samarchanam. Worship of the paraphernalia, entourage, or devotees of the Lord is even better than worship of the Lord, because the Lord is more pleased by worship of his devotees and entourage than by worship of himself personally. According to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the inability of the Kanishta Adhikari to appreciate the Lord's devotees entourage, and paraphernalia indicates that such a materialistic Vaishnava is still affected by the speculative understanding of the Karmavadis and Mayavadis, those who are dedicated to sense gratification and impersonal speculation about the Absolute. Srila Prabhupada has often said that only the impersonalist desires to see Krishna alone. We desire to see Krishna with his cows, his friends, his parents, his gopis, his flute, jewelry, forest scenery, and so on. Krishna is gorgeous in the setting of Vrindavan. It is in the land of Vrindavan that Lord Krishna, surrounded by so many beautiful associates, manifests his exalted, indescribable beauty. Similarly, the unique mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is exhibited in the activities of his pure devotees, who selflessly travel around the universe, distributing the dust particles from Krishna's lotus feet on the heads of the conditioned souls. One who is uninterested in the Lord's paraphernalia, entourage, and devotees has a stunted conception of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This must be due to contamination from the impersonal and sensuous understandings of life. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also states that after hundreds of lifetimes of faithfully worshipping the deity of the Lord, Vasudev, with external paraphernalia, one realizes the true nature of his transcendental name and mantras, and the bondage of one's materialistic mentality slackens. In this way, as a Kanishta Adhikari gradually comes to perceive the mental activities of a devotee and tries seriously to advance to a higher stage, his materialistic conceptions will go away of their own accord. He then exhibits loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and makes friendship with the devotees who are the dearmost sons of the Lord. And by appreciating the universal quality of devotional service to Krishna, he becomes very much eager to engage other innocent people in the service of the Lord. Further, as he begins to make significant advancement, he becomes inimical to anything or anyone that hinders the progress of his devotional life, and thus he avoids atheistic people who cannot benefit by good instruction. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness, founded by His Divine Grace, Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajikacharya 108 Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, is so nice that anyone who helps the society immediately engages in preaching work for the Lord. Thus there is great facility for the members of this society to come quickly to the second-class stage of devotional service. If, in the name of Krishna consciousness, one gives up preaching and instead becomes interested simply in collecting funds for maintenance, he is showing a type of envy of other living entities. This is a symptom of the third-class platform. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, verses 45 through 47 constitute the answer to King Nimi's two questions: what is the nature of devotional service to the Lord, and what are the specific duties of the Vaishnavas? Thank you for sitting through that. It's a lot of information. So, Om Gyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, there's a lot of wonderful things we just read. I was wondering, as time is limited, I think it would be beneficial, maybe we have a few devotees from the audience of you to get the knowledge processing. If you have something short that you remembered from the purport that really stuck out to you. Good if it's specifically in regards to deity worship, because there were a few things about the different levels of adhikar and things like that there. But maybe we can have 3 or 4 devotees if there's any specific thing that stuck out to you, you thought was very sweet. Mataji? That was a very key. Yeah, that came up I don't know how many times, maybe 5 times, 10 times, something. So yeah, that's a very important point. And you find it many places in our shastras that we are becoming devotees and we're cultivating these qualities of tolerance, respect, mercy, cleanliness, all these things. And we're also trying to preach, we're trying to worship the deities, we're trying to do all of these kind of things. But it's not that necessarily one of them trumps the other. Like, well, I'm very clean, but, I'm also very proud that I'm very clean. And therefore I think everyone else is, can't get too close to them, and I have to, keep myself apart. But actually, the advanced Vaishnava, one who's on second or third class platform, they know exactly like that, how to show respect to others, how to encourage others in devotional service, how to avoid people who might harm one's faith. So thank you for bringing that piece out. Any other devotees who mentioned something sweet? Yes? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I found that very interesting also. It's nice. Yes? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very, very good observation. Very smart boy. Yeah, exactly. So we find that that's a common misconception within Hindu culture. Often is that I need to go here, I need to go there, I need to go here, I need to, fix this little problem, so I'll go and worship Shani Dev. I need to fix that little problem, so I'll go and worship Durga. I need to fix that problem, so, sometimes I'll go to Krishna if I want, to see his lila, sweetness, relish. But, and then even some devotees will worship different forms of Vishnu for different reasons. But it's described exactly directly there, like you mentioned by our acharyas, that all forms of God, all forms of Krishna, and for whatever purpose you need or you think you need, if you just worship Krishna in his deity form, he satisfies all of your requirements, all of your desires, all of your needs. So it's like we have Patel brothers here. It's a one-stop shop. So Krishna's like that. He's a one-stop shop. You don't need to go everywhere else, which is difficult. It's very simple, very easy. So thank you for that reflection. Me, Prabhu? Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Yes, exactly. Like it's mentioned, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu, for example, that as devotees, we also worship Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva, he's the greatest of Vaishnavas. He's the topmost devotee. Not that we think, oh, they're just demigods, why, nothing there, why do I have to show any respect? But just like we worship each other, we respect each other as devotees, similarly we respect the demigods as very powerful and also very important devotees of Vishnu or Krishna for maintaining the material world in different aspects. It's described that Lord Brahma is a incarnation of Vishnu in the mode of passion for creating the material world, engineering the material world, you could say. Vishnu comes and he accepts a form in the mode of goodness to maintain the material world. And Lord Shiva comes in an incarnation in the mode of ignorance for destroying. It's not that these personalities are necessarily in those modes. We understand Lord Shiva is actually a different tattva. He's not even jiva tattva like us. He has his own tattva, so he's a very special personality. But these great incarnations and personalities, they come to perform this service, this management of the material world. So that's a very good point. Thank you for bringing that out. Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's a beautiful reflection. It's very nice to meditate on these things, because sometimes it's like we just get so caught up with, oh yeah, Krishna, I know, bhakti yoga, I've been doing it so many years. But actually to reflect on these things and bring them out and churn them is very valuable. It's very easy to forget often. Mataji? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you see, especially that's present, you can very clearly see that in the lives of very advanced devotees. Of course, our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, so many pastimes, where he would come to give a class or something, hundreds of people, sometimes thousands of people. And but then after the class, someone would come and ask him a question. He would show such personal care, such personal attention to this one person who maybe materially is not some big, significant person, or even spiritually they don't necessarily have like some sadhana, or they don't have some strong practice. But because one's situated on that spiritual platform, they see every living entity equally. And they see every living entity as part and parcel of Krishna. So they know how to respect, they know also how to bring out that desire for service. And yeah, thank you for bringing that up. That was sweet. Yes, Mataji. Mm-hmm. Ganesh Naikar.
Now, there is a, suppose there is a person who is working day in and day out, and he's very busy. But from his heart, he loves Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Loud and clear. Yes, yes.
That person, as far as cleanliness is concerned, his work is, he's a laborer, he's doing all kinds of work. He may be cleaning the bathrooms or something like that, you see. So, in that condition, can't he be called Madhyam or Uttam Adhikari, because he is purely serving the Lord in his heart. He's chanting his name all the time. But I read a story about a person who was a Muslim, and he loved Krishna a lot. And he went and he used to clean the outside the place, and used to keep the shoes and the slippers of all the people in order. And he used to do this service all the time. But he was not allowed to get into the temple because he was a Muslim. Now, in my opinion, I was just thinking about him, that he is the Uttam Adhikari, I feel. I could be wrong. I feel that he's the Uttam Adhikari because he's chanting his holy name. He's sitting at the door of the Lord, and he is, whenever he is free, he cries and wants to look into the deities of the Lord. You see, he just peeps into it. So how do we, define?
Distinguish.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So one thing is that, the different stages are understood by the level of their consciousness. So as we understand, Kanishta, they're not fixed. Their devotional practice and also their understanding, their consciousness of Krishna is not fixed yet. It's still shaky, still wavering. The Madhyamadikari, specifically, they're much more fixed in devotional service. They have some understanding of Shastra, and they can convince others about the teachings of Shastra, the injunctions. But they don't necessarily have a very, very deep faith yet. It's not unwavering, unshakable faith. Whereas the Uttama has completely unshakable faith. Nothing that happens, nothing that might come up in their devotional life can budge them even an inch from Krishna's lotus feet. So that's a very, very advanced stage, an Uttamadhikari. And it's described also, Uttama, to find an Uttamadhikari in this world is extremely rare. It's very, very rare. So one can be practicing, very sincere devotional service, one can be practicing very sincere devotional service and even meditating on Krishna a lot. It doesn't necessarily mean they're on the Uttama stage, because that's a very specific platform. But certainly they can be an advanced devotee, quite advanced devotee. We have examples. You're mentioning before, what if someone's engaged in more like menial labor, but they're always chanting or they're always doing it for Krishna. So we have examples of that in just recent times, Srila Prabhupada's pastimes with His Grace Jayananda Prabhu, Jayananda Thakur, that externally he had the conditionings of kind of like a laborer. He would take out the trash, he would do mechanic work, he would do not, in Vedic sense, not the most elevated services. He wasn't on the altar waving the incense or blowing conch shells or doing, whatever thing that some people may think is very advanced. He was taking out trash, he was mopping the floor. At one point, the San Francisco temple was in debt, so Prabhupada ordered him, okay, you go do your business, drive a taxi, and all that money you use to support the temple. So he did. He engaged everything in Krishna's service. And Prabhupada has described him as a pure devotee, I believe the first pure devotee, he said, in ISKCON. And he said you should celebrate his appearance day and keep him on all of the Rath Yatra carts of any ISKCON Rath Yatra, because he was such an elevated soul. So, in Krishna consciousness, we don't look at the external condition of one's service like that necessarily, of what they're doing in the sense of their bhakti. So we look at their consciousness. So of course Jayananda Prabhu, he's a pure devotee. There's even funny pastime, because he was second initiated, so there's even funny pastime where he came and Srila Prabhupada had heard that Jayananda Prabhu didn't understand the Gayatri Mantra's recitation properly, because at the time of initiation the spiritual master gives you the mantras and you repeat them and all that kind of thing. But Jayananda Prabhu, he just didn't have that kind of, the mindset for memorizing mantras and Sanskrit and all these kinds of things. So Srila Prabhupada called him into his room and he said, Jayananda, I want you to repeat the Gayatri mantras for me, because I want to make sure you understand them. And so Jayananda Prabhu repeated the mantras, and Srila Prabhupada just laughed. Srila Prabhupada laughed, and he was just smiling, and he said, it's okay, don't worry, you'll make good advancement, you don't need to. So we don't have that, there's not like a pre-qualification that to become an Uttama or to become even a Madhyama, you necessarily need to know Sanskrit, or you need to do only, pujari work or something like that. But it depends on the depth of one's consciousness, one's Krishna consciousness. That's the most important thing, actually. Thank you. Yeah. So, there are a few reflections that I also had that I wanted to share. So my phone is dead with my notes, so I'm going to go off what important things stuck in my heart. That was something we were sharing this morning, actually, which was, I found, especially recently, I've been having more and more experience or realization of it, is that we're actually very fortunate the Supreme Personality of Godhead has descended within our lives in the form of the deity, because without deity worship, the process given by our acharyas and stressed so much by our acharyas, it's very hard to realize the personal form of Krishna, actually. Because we have the holy name, we have the Mahamantra, which is the transcendental sound vibration of Krishna. It's non-different than Krishna. But imagine trying to call out to Krishna and feel that realization if you'd never seen a picture of Krishna, if you've never seen his deity form, if you'd never physically seen a description depicting what Krishna looks like. It's very hard to have a relationship with nothing or with formlessness. You know? So that's why we're very, very fortunate, actually. Srila Prabhupada and our founder acharyas have given us this system of deity worship because it helps us develop that personal relationship so that when we do chant the holy name and when we're going through difficult times in our life, immediately what comes in our mind, oh, the lotus feet of Lakshmi Nrsingadev, the lotus feet of Gaur Nitai, lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, and we can pray to them and very sincerely call out to them in these forms. That, as Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says in this purport, that this form of the Lord that has come to accompany the daily life of the Vaishnava, the deity, Krishna has come in his deity form to accompany us in our daily life. Now, I mean, everyone here is a nice person, but I wouldn't want to accompany your daily life at every moment, you know. Come stay in your home 24 hours a day, 24/7, 365. That's quite an amazing level of compassion for someone to do that. And the deity is always there for you. Whenever you're in trouble, you can go and you can pray, you can receive his darshan, you can offer him food, you can do an arti. It's not like some days you come and you know he's gone out for a walk, or unless you're a very special devotee, maybe Krishna will interact with you like that. But he's always there for us. So that's such a special, actually such a special blessing we have. And another reason that worship of the deity is so important is that many of us may have read in our shastras that actually in this age, worship of the deity is, it's actually not necessary to go back to Godhead. You might say, what? This is someone from deity worship ministry saying that worship of the deity is not necessary? Srila Jiva Goswami actually says exactly that. He says that in this age, Kali Yuga, deity worship is actually not required. It's not mandatory to go back to Godhead. Oh, no, sorry. Not necessary. No. But because of the conditioned nature of souls in this age, the truth is that our minds are always very disturbed. You know, we go outside and we see some fight on the street, or we see some dirty things, or someone gives us a phone call with bad news, whatever it is. You just wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you have a backache, so many things. So the nature in this age is our mind will always be disturbed. And so he says, therefore, the process of deity worship is actually mandatory for all living entities, for all devotees, because by the process of deity worship, one comes up to the mode of goodness, one cultivates cleanliness, and by that cleanliness, especially by the mode of goodness, by the regulation of the senses, he says that one can control the mind and one can bring the consciousness to a stable platform in which one can actually practice bhakti. One can chant the holy name properly. One can associate with devotees nicely. One can live in a holy place. All these other angas of bhakti, by practicing deity worship, it actually enhances them. So while we understand that chanting the holy name, Harinam Sankirtan, Harinama, Harinam, Harinam Eva Kevalam, Kalo nastyeva 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 gatiranyata. There's no other way in Kali Yuga, no other possible way to achieve perfection other than the chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. At the same time, to be able to chant the Mahamantra, we need to have pure consciousness. We've seen, I'm sure many people have experienced, you sit down to chant and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Or you sit down to chant, the mind can't focus, going here, going there, going everywhere in the universe except for your japa bag. So that's why we have the process of, that's one of the main reasons we have the process of deity worship, is it purifies the mind, it purifies the consciousness, purifies the heart, so that when we do chant, we can sit down, we can meditate on the Lord's form, and He actually comes to us through the holy name. There's actually a very beautiful, in Bhajana Rahasya by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says some beautiful statement that I always remember. He says, when one is chanting and one's consciousness becomes situated in the holy name, that one should then seek out in the holy name the Sham Sundar form of Krishna. So we can have that experience because we have the deity. We actually understand what Sham Sundar looks like. You know, I'm reaching out, I'm grabbing his lotus feet, but it comes through the holy name. The holy name is the key that opens that door. So there's much more we could discuss, and it's always ever fresh and sweet nectar, this Krishna Katha. But I believe we have now to go to an even sweeter part of the program, which is Krishna Prasadam, I believe. So I'd like to thank you all very much for kindly being attentive and relishing this Krishna Katha with us. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. That was truly amazing, very revealing. Would Balabhadra Prabhu like to share a few words? Please. Just 2 minutes. We won't be complete without you saying a few words. Come.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. No, the one point that when you're reading from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, that all the forms or incarnations are in the deity. So Prabhupada one time said something very serious. He said, be careful, you're dealing with God. And that's one of the things that really stays with me, because I saw Prabhupada in Vrindavan in 1976, and he was giving a class and he was explaining about the deity and the importance of the deity. But he said, you worship the deity because you think, here is Krishna. And then he pointed to the floor, but you don't take care of the floor because you don't realize here is Krishna. So Krishna is everywhere. So thank you very much. And Prabhu, would you like to say something? Shaking your head doesn't get you off the list. Just a couple of words, Prabhu.
I finished my turn in the morning. I gave the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Yeah, it is really wonderful to be in this community. And I was sharing in the morning that how, like, all of us are very fortunate. We can feel the presence of the deities, how merciful they are. So it is really a wonderful opportunity for all of us to take up additional services. And even if we are thinking that we are not ready to take up additional services, we can come up with a plan to take up that additional services. That is one of our request, so that we can serve the deities nicely. So we want to request the congregation to take up more services, and if we can be of any service to the congregation, we are here. Thank you.
So essentially what Namaruchi Prabhu told you is that get your second initiation. Some of you are already there but still hesitant to do it, and I don't know why. That's an opportunity for you to serve the deities. Specifically one person who doesn't seem to be here. Two people actually. Anyway. So we are just hoping that Brajmohan Prabhu and Namaruchi Prabhu will keep blessing us by coming here. Even at the pretext of auditing us, they can come. because we would like to get their association, their guidance. We want to do the best we can for the deities. We're trying to do the best we can. And this, as Prabhuji mentioned in the Bhagavatam class, there is no limit to perfection. The more you think you're perfect, there's more to reach out to, and there's more to reach out to. So you can never reach the stage where you can say, now there's nothing more, we're perfect. It can never happen. So at least we can aspire to do what is best, what is possible. Right, Prabhuji? So we hope that they'll keep coming back and helping us out as much as possible. Before we go on to Prasadam, there are a couple of announcements to make. There is a passing away anniversary of one of our congregation members. I'm not very good with names. At my age, it's difficult to remember names. We are requesting the devotees to please pray for Ullas Bhai Dave. His daughters Komal and Bansari Dave are requesting the prayers of the Vaishnavas. It's the anniversary of the passing away of their father Ullas Bhai Dave. So can I request everyone to please raise their arms and chant Hare Krishna for the departed soul 3 times? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Now, as is often the case, we live in a world of duality, right? Sometimes there's happiness, sometimes there's distress, and sometimes they're together. So we just reached out to Lord Krishna to be kind to the departed soul Ullas Bhai Dave. And the other good news on the other side is that we have a member here who just got her 2nd initiation from His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj. Do you know who it is? Anyone can guess? Huh? Please come forward. Please come forward. This is a celebration. Come on. Please come. All are going to go hungry if you don't come. Do you want that for the devotees? So this is Sulakshana Gaurangi Mataji. Please come. Sulakshana Gaurangi Mataji and Vishnu Vallabh Prabhu, her husband, who happens to be in Delhi, by the way. He had gone to attend the Vyas Puja, no, the Tirobhav of Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. They are originally, they took first initiation from Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, and now they have taken 2nd initiation from His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj. So we are very glad. Both she and her husband have been serving the temple very sincerely. And so it's a celebration for us that they have taken their 2nd anniversary. And so Mataji is going to be spreading her daman, or what do you call that? The sari. Please give her some madhukari for Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj. All right? Everyone, bless her, right? So we have to beg so that we can serve our spiritual master, and those who donate, they get a lot of mercy, both from the devotee who's begging and from her 2nd initiate spiritual master as well. All right? So I hope this will be an inspiration to Champaklata Sakhi Mataji and Suman Gopal Prabhu, who for last 2 years I'm trying to persuade to take 2nd initiation. I'm going to leave you until you do. It's going to come up every time. Next thing is that, as you all know, we are coming up on our 2nd anniversary, right? It's a very huge thing for us. You may say, oh, it's just a 2nd anniversary, what's the big deal, right? But those who have been actively serving here and have seen how we have been through ups and downs and all the challenges, and we're still here. And Gaurnita is still here with us, and Lakshmi Narasimha is still here with us, and Srila Prabhupada is here with us. So it's great. It's a huge opportunity for us to celebrate their presence, their blessings, and their mercy on all of us. So this will be a huge celebration. It's a 3-day celebration. On the 9th evening, we will have the Adivas ceremony over here with Kirtans. On the 10th, we have organized a big Jagannath Rath Yatra over here with Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, right? So there will be a Chappan Bhog right after that. There will be Maharati, Pushpanjali, and there will be very full prasadam. That's on Saturday the 10th, all right? And then Sunday the 11th is actually the day of our second anniversary. It's the Narsingha Chaturdashi. So on that day, if you'll remember who were here, we installed the deities and we opened this center up for serving the community over here, right? So that's the day when we will have a very big Abhishek for both Gaur Nitai and Lakshmi Narasimha Swami. We'll have a very big Abhishek on that day. But before that, there will be a Narasimha Omam, because it's Narasimha Dev's second anniversary, there will be a Narasimha Omam. Then will be the Abhishekam. Then there will be Pushpanjali, Maharati, and all the nice stuff, Kirtans, and wonderful prasadam. So please mark your calendars. We will be, this week, definitely in the next couple of days, we'll be publishing the schedule, right? Because all of you have been asking, what's the schedule, what's the timing and all that. But there were so many logistics that had to be worked out before we could get the schedule finalized. So now we will publish this in the next couple of days, okay? So look forward to it. If you're on the chat group, or you'll get flyers, you'll get some way or the other information will come to you through the mailing list, but we'll make sure that you get all the information on the programs as well as the schedule for these 3 days. So please mark your calendars, all right? Lastly, we have been renovating this temple extensively for our second anniversary. Some of you may have noticed, we have all new cabinets. The closet has been totally newly built so that we can accommodate all the deity paraphernalia there, right? If you have not seen it, you can see it. It's beautifully done, and it is only going to be for the deities. They're blessing us. The minimum we can do is for that for them, right? So, and then the kitchen, if some of you have gone in there, it's been renovated as well. So, is this all possible because of the support from all you devotees? If you all can come forward and help us out with some donations and all for the festival that's coming, the second anniversary celebration, as well as the renovation of the temple, we'd appreciate it. But we're not going to ask you for anything. You do it out of inspiration from your heart. Okay, thank you. We have Hanuman Prabhuji here, who is one of our biggest supporters, and he is also part of the management team. Would like him to come and speak a few words.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. First I want to say thank you Raja Mohan Prabhuji, who flew from New York, and Namaruchi Prabhu, who came from Chicago. Thank you. Thank you for coming here. As you know, this temple is a very brand new temple. It's been less than 2 years. But definitely last 2 years we progressed very well, and we achieved a lot of things. We conducted so many events, all festivals, and we see minimum 50 to 100 families they're coming in. We have wonderful dedicated families, close to 30 to 40 families, who are every weekend they come, they do so much volunteering work. As you know, this temple is being run by volunteers. In all Matajis, they're preparing food, decorations, cleaning, and everything they're doing that. And Prabhuji, they're all doing outside shopping and setting up things and all those. And every family is contributing every month $100, $200, $500. So it's a lot of financial help. They're all doing that. Because of all the dedicated 30 to 40 families, we are running this temple. It's not easy to run, it's so expensive. Especially Telugu families, there are more than 100 families are there. So they're all coming in and they're encouraging and they're all inspired with so much positive vibration, as you can feel. They're collectively working hard to make this growth. And our Prabhujis and Balbhadra Prabhu and so many senior people, they're helping us. And we have very bigger plans within next 2 to 3 years. We are working on it, building our own temple. This is like a temporary, and it's going to be 5-year lease. We are all working with the bigger plans, and we want both of your help. Recognize this temple and be part of the ISKCON. We need ISKCON support, and definitely we will follow the rules so that we can help more Krishna devotees in this area. As I said, this is a happening area. As you all know that, South Atlanta, Decatur, all those areas, they are not growing that well. You can see a lot of Indian families, lot of shops, everything is happening in this area. And we have a tremendous growth and a tremendous things are happening. I'm sure we will see, if you come once again after 2 or 3 years, you will see a lot of things are happening. We have wonderful plans, and hope with your help we'll make our dreams possible. And I want to say thank you to both of you. Please do whatever help and recognize this temple, be part of the ISKCON. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. I just want to request a special prayer. And Prabhu, Mataji, my god sister passed away yesterday. She's from Chicago. Yeah. She was the wife of Brahmakali, Prabhu, dear God brother. And some of us saw her just a few weeks ago at the Krishna Sneha's home. You remember, Mataji? We had a kirtan program there. And she passed away yesterday. Her name is Gora, Srimati Gora Devi Dasi, originally from the Chicago temple. Her husband was very famous in ISKCON because of his Sika, huge Sika, wonderful devotee, wonderful kirtan, wonderful cook. But she was very quiet. But just recently, she received the Teacher of the Year award. And then just yesterday, Krishna took her away. So we have to understand that this life, as we all should know, is very temporary. And we don't wish it upon anyone. But fortunately, we have each other. In times of crises and difficulties, we can always be there for each other. But we should not wait until that time when someone passes. We should show love to each other every day. Srila Prabhupada, in his purposes of ISKCON, which we're going to post here, 7 purposes. The third purpose of ISKCON is to bring the members of the society closer together and then nearer to Krishna. Look at that breakup. Closer together and nearer to Krishna, the prime entity. So this center, the focus of this center, as we talk about all the time, is love. Love is the power that will keep us together. It's not about money, it's not about a building, none of those things. It's the love that we have for each other. The deities looking at us, looking for the love. Then together we take that love and we offer to the deities. So thank you all very much. So let's raise our hands and pray for Srimati Gora Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Srimati Gora Devi Dasi ki jai. Thank you.
So we will request you to come and take the blessings of Lord Narasimha Swami while we get ready to serve prasadam. Thank you all. We'll see you again next Sunday. Hare Krishna.